Hello friends and welcome. Over the decades, fashion and makeup trends have come and gone. The 1920s were all about smoky eyes, red lips, and finger waves. The Roaring 20s really defined drama with heavy mascara, dark eyeshadow, and ruby red lips. Glam was definitely all the rage. Then there was a thin eyebrow look of the late 90s and early 2000s, which was directly inspired by the women who appeared in the 1930s silent films with pencil-thin brows. And many of us probably remember the neon eyes, bright blush, and big hair of the 1980s. In fact, I cringe when I see pictures of myself with the big hair permed look. And my first husband even got a perm, which was even more cringeworthy. Well, every year has a statement makeup look, and Barbie pink was certainly the staple this past year. But I have to admit that I've really never been one to follow trends except for that big 1980s hair lapse, which I mentioned earlier, since I firmly believe that we have to wear both clothing and makeup that looks the best on us. But it can sometimes be fun to at least dip a toe into trends, since it can encourage us to step out of our comfort zone and have fun experimenting with makeup. So in today's video, I thought it might be fun to experiment with one of the big makeup trends of 2024, blue eyeshadow. Azure blue, cerulean, and sapphire blue have been popping up with greater and greater frequency all over the internet. Now, I can imagine that many of you are shaking your head right now as you remember some of the blue eyeshadow looks from the 60s or the late 90s and early 2000s. During those eras, we often saw bright turquoise eyeshadow that covered the entire eye. It definitely was not the most flattering look for most of us. But please trust me when I say that there are ways that we can incorporate blue eyeshadow into our makeup look so that it looks stunning. So today, I'll let you know how blue eyeshadow can work for you no matter what your eye color is. And I'll also share 4 different ways to do this and some great blue eyeshadow palette options. But before we journey into a blue-hued world, let me welcome those of you who might be here for the very first time, and also welcome back those of you who are already part of this family. This channel is all about exploring how those of us who are over 50 can look our absolute best by using the makeup tips, techniques, and products that flatter us now at this stage of our lives. And we sometimes also make forays into wellness and fashion as well. So if the focus of this channel resonates with your interests, please do hit that subscribe button before you leave today. First, let's talk about how blue can work well as eyeshadow no matter what our eye color is. Blue eyeshadow always looks gorgeous on brown eyes, since blue is a complementary color for brown eyes. But if you have green or blue eyes, there are also ways that blue eyeshadow can work beautifully for you. If you have blue or green eyes, using a deeper blue color than your eye color will really highlight your eyes. And something else that works well for those of us with blue or green eyes is to combine a touch of blue with your complementary eye color. For blue eyes, the complementary eye colors would be shades of neutral beiges and browns, terracotta shades, and colors with a hint of orange or gold. For green eyes, try combining a touch of blue with your complementary eye color shades, which are purple and pink, burgundy, wine, plum, lilac, and copper. And if you have hazel eyes, try pairing blue with golden shades, warm bronzes, and browns. And if you have hazel eyes and want to bring out the green and gold of your eyes, try pairing blue with bronze or eggplant, periwinkle, light purple, and pale pink. Also mauves or dark plum. And now let's focus on the 4 eye makeup techniques that can create a beautiful eye makeup look using blue eyeshadow. Here's technique number 1. If you just want to use blue as a lovely accent color, using a dark blue as eyeliner can definitely be the way to go. As you can see, I've used a navy blue eyeshadow as eyeliner on my top lash line on this eye, as well as on the outer 1/3 of my lower lash line. A second makeup technique is to create a halo eyeshadow look using the color blue. A halo eye is created by putting a deeper color on both the inner and outer corners of the eye and then connecting the 2 areas with a thin line of the same color. So I'm going to go ahead and create a halo eye on the eye where I've already added blue eyeliner. I'm going to use the color called Stud Muffin from the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. And here at the bottom is Stud Muffin. So first, I'm just going to stamp on some of this blue color on the outer part of the eye. I'll stamp a little on the inner corner. And then I'm going to take a very thin pencil brush to connect them. Then I'm just going to blend in the edges so it all looks seamless. And then often with a halo eye, you put a lighter color in the center, which I'm also going to do. I'm going to use this metallic color called Hot and Fresh. And this has a bit of a silvery tone, which is really beautiful with blue. And then I'm going to just take my brush and blend together the edges. So there you have a halo eye using blue and silver. And by the way, I just want to show you a close-up of this Blueberry Muffin palette. It is absolutely stunning. Really one of the best palettes from BH Cosmetics. A third technique is to pair the blue eyeshadow color with a color that's next to blue on the color wheel. So if we look at the color wheel again, we can see that the colors next to blues are purples moving toward pinks on one side and greens on the other side. These colors that are next to each other on the color wheel are called analogous colors. I'm going to go ahead and do the purple pink route. I could either use this color called Poisonberry from Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette. It's on the far left side. Or I could use this color called Cha 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 from the ColourPop Cabana Club palette. I'm going to go with this one. And I'll apply the color in the middle part of the crease and on the outer part of the crease. Apply a little bit in the middle. Such a pretty color. I really love it. I'm going to bring it up high enough so it can be seen with my very hooded eyes. And as you see, as I use my brush, it really lightens up the color. And now I'll apply the blue. And as you can see, when I overlap that color with the blue, it does become a little bit of a purple tone. But I do still want to get that direct blue color on the outer edge. And just a little bit more of Cha 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 in the middle here. And then we definitely need to do some blending. And as you can see, that really softens the look. So this is using blue with an analogous color right next door to blue on the color wheel. And here's a close-up of what this looks like. And the fourth and final technique that I'll use is what I call the go big or go home option. This technique involves creating a smoky eye look using some gorgeous blues. To create the smoky eye, I'm going to apply this beautiful blue shimmer from the NYX Ultimate Vintage Jean Baby palette across the entire lid. And I'll apply some of the gorgeous silver metallic color called Hot and Fresh from the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette on the inner corner of the eye. This is the NYX Ultimate Jean Baby palette. And here at the bottom is the blue shimmer I'll be using. I'm going to first apply it with a brush and see how it works. And it's not showing up that much, so I think I'm going to use my finger. And here is the silver shimmer from the BH Cosmetics palette. And here's a close-up of what this looks like, but I still will be adding eyeliner in just a few moments. As I promised earlier, let me also share with you some other eyeshadow palettes that could be fun to dip into for this 2024 blue eyeshadow trend look. In addition to the 4 palettes I've already shared with you from ColourPop, NYX, Natasha Denona, and BH Cosmetics, let's take a look at a few others. 2 additional beautiful ColourPop options are the palette called High Tide and the palette called Blue Moon. And the front of this palette is absolutely gorgeous as well. And as you might imagine from the name, since it's High Tide, it has more of a blue-green feel to it. And this is ColourPop's Blue Moon palette. Another stunning palette is this one from Melt Cosmetics Zodiac collection called Water. e.l.f. makes a great blue cream eyeshadow stick called Out of Sight, and Merit just came out with this lovely cream eyeshadow called Midnight, which is another great option. Now, it certainly would help this look a lot to apply some mascara and face makeup, so that's exactly what I'm going to do off camera, and I'll be right back. The key to this overall look is to keep the rest of our makeup pared down. Since I have a cool skin undertone, I use shades of soft and neutral pink for both my blush and my lip color. If you have a warm undertone, I'd recommend a peachy blush and lip color, and if you have a neutral undertone, you could go with either a soft pink or a soft peach. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you tap that thumbs up symbol. And I also hope you'll share with me in the comments section below any makeup trends you've tried over the years, which you've either loved or which made you cringe a bit. Until we see each other again, I wish you good health and happiness, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.